Hey guys, Jeremy Hart, principal broker and owner of Nest Realty here in the New River Valley, and excited to be able to finally bring to you something I've been hinting at for a while. It's the Nest Market Report. Now, our market report is a look at the previous year's real estate numbers, and it's just that. It's just numbers, which is what I really love about this piece. It's no sales speak, there's no fluff. It's just the data. What is the real estate market doing from a numbers perspective? And so excited to be able to bring this to you. For the purposes of this report, we'll only be talking about the Blacksburg and Christiansburg market, but of course we'll talk about Floyd, Giles, and Montgomery County and the entire New River Valley. You can see the entire report at nestmarketreports.com. And if you would like to talk about any of the rest of the report, email us, happinessnrv@nestrealty.com. Now, there are three factors that are really impacting things right now. That's mortgage rates, that's consumer confidence, and that is unemployment rates. Now, the 50-year average for mortgage rates is almost 8%, 7.8%. We have not seen that number in almost 20 years, 19 years. Now, we have crept up 3%, 3.5%, but mortgage interest rates are still relatively affordable for most buyers. And so that's one thing that we're tracking. We're also tracking consumer confidence. What are people saying about other sectors of the economy? And for the most part, COVID excluded, for the most part, despite inflationary pressures, consumer confidence still remains relatively high. And in our micro market of the New River Valley also remains high. And then unemployment, we're following unemployment. And looking at the year-end unemployment rate, the year-end unemployment rate of 3.9% sort of signals that we are still in a relatively good position, both locally within the state and nationally. So those are the three sort of trends that we're following. Now for Blacksburg, for 2021, let's see, we had a total sales of 480 sales in the Blacksburg 24060 town limits. Average sales price of $384,474, which was up 5% from the previous year, and a total volume of 185 million for 2021. That was up 17%. In Christiansburg, we saw 561 sales with an average sales price of $267,427 and a total volume of 150 million. That 150 million was up 13%. We saw that across most of our micro markets, significant jumps in volume, which is really just an indication of low supply, high demand, and so prices were getting driven up. But for the most part, the number of sales in Blacksburg and Christiansburg were pretty consistent within single-digit percentage increases of their previous year. So we have the same demand that we've had in years past, but the volume, the prices have shot through the roof. Unfortunately, if you are a buyer in the New River Valley, you're probably going to see that for the foreseeable future. That's the bad news. The good news is that if interest rates continue to rise, and they will, we do expect to see some of those buyers that have been looking in higher price points because interest rates were so low and the cost of borrowing money was so low. We're going to start to see them move from price points over here down to lower price points where they're a little bit more comfortable despite higher interest rates. So we are going to see a diffusion of buyers within the market. Not seeing a ton of inventory below 500,000. We are seeing a lot of inventory being built in that $500,000, $600,000, $700,000 range, but we know that still doesn't impact the bulk of the buyers within the market. So that's sort of the outlook for 2022. Where 2021 was, you can see the entire report at nestmarketreports.com. Any questions? Love to dig into this with you. happinessnrv@nestrealty.com. And if you'd like to reach out to me directly, my cell phone, 540-998-4731, or jeremy@nestrealty.com. We hope you are doing great. Big win over UVA last night. Go ahead and timestamp this video. Go Hokies.